Staring at a blank page for your first university essay feels like being dropped into a foreign country without a map. You know the words, but the rules seem to move under your feet, and the tone never feels quite right. Universities operate as loose federations of highly distinct, isolated cultures. They are academic tribes. Every tribe has its own customs, its own territories on campus, and its own idols pinned to the office walls. Walk into the physics department, and you enter a culture built around figures like Albert Einstein. Moving across the quad to the sociology department reveals a completely different set of revered elders. Here, the landscape is defined by Karl Marx. The values, the accepted forms of evidence, and the ways of arguing have almost nothing in common with the physicists next door. When a student receives a poor grade on a well-researched paper, it often indicates a mismatch in tribal customs. They might be attempting to enter the sociology tribe while still displaying the identity of a physicist. To survive higher education, you must learn the specific habits of the group you want to join. You have to enter what linguists call a discourse community. A discourse community is an exclusive group united by shared public goals, using specific, agreed-upon methods to communicate with each other. It's the gap between the jargon of a medical board and the slang of a niche online forum. This chart displays the continuum of academic knowledge. On the left, hard sciences view knowledge as a cumulative buildup based on experimental proof. Their communication is empirical and objective. On the right, humanities rely on debate, making their communication explicitly interpretive. These communities develop specific, repetitive rituals of communication to achieve their goals. In linguistics, these rituals are known as genres. This table categorizes typical written genres across academic fields. A biology student's life revolves around structured lab reports that prioritize data. An English student is evaluated through essays and critical analyses, prioritizing argument and interpretation. Academic English exists as a collection of specific genres, custom-built for the daily operation of specific communities. The university functions as an economy, where different types of communication hold varying levels of value. The sociologist Pierre Bourdieu used the term cultural capital to describe the hidden symbolic value attached to prestigious behaviors. In the academy, specific genres, like peer-reviewed articles or formal dissertations, possess immense cultural capital. These specialized genres operate as a very strict gatekeeping mechanism, tightly regulating a newcomer's entry into the profession. Mastering these specific forms of writing provides a literal currency. It buys agitational life chances for students and secures career advancement and perceived competence for academics. Paying with the wrong currency, writing a biology paper with the flair of a literary critic, results in being immediately rejected by the elite. Mastering academic writing serves as the strategic accumulation of cultural capital used to buy institutional authority. Joining a discourse community requires a cognitive apprenticeship. It is a mentored pathway where a novice slowly adopts the practices of the experts. As you learn to replicate these genres, your identity shifts. You stop imitating your professors and begin to speak with the authority of an insider. This leads to the deepest function of tribal communication, rooted in the theory of social constructivism. We often assume academic groups use genres to simply report fixed objective facts about the world. In reality, communities use genres to actively construct knowledge. Because data always allows for multiple interpretations, truth only emerges when a community reaches a consensus through its writing. Competing interpretations are filtered through the constraints of a community's genre. The process of writing a formal claim and securing community agreement is what transforms raw observations into accepted knowledge. Literacy is a powerful action. By mastering the genres of your discourse community, you move beyond passive learning and gain the power to shape the truth of your field.